I'm Saleha, and this is Friday Night on the Rocks. And joining me all the way from States is Sayan Chakrabarty. I'm sure all of you have heard his music. He is this amazingly talented person who has stage fright. Can you imagine? So, hello, Shayan.
Hi, Saleha. How are you?
Good, thank you. Impromptu Adda, online Adda, this is the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me in the first place. So, and as I probably have mentioned before, this is the first time I'm doing something like this. So,
Thank you.
and you you picked up the word stage fright. Is generally I'm frightened. So, yeah. But thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Now, so, Sharon, we've heard you play. I have heard you play because we are now friends on Facebook.
Mhm.
And along with playing music, you have many, many other talents. So let's start with from where you are born. You are a Probashi Bengali, not really born and bred in Bengal.
That's correct. Yes. So I was born and I was raised in Ranchi, uh, erstwhile Bihar, now Jharkhand.
Yes, that's
Uh,
why we are.
yep. And well, there are a lot of stories there. I wouldn't want to get into those details, but yes, Provashi in the sense, right from my childhood, my first language was English, second was Hindi. The only Bangla I would talk is within my home. So I have a sibling, a younger sibling, young sister. So it was like four of us. That's the only place I would talk Bangla, but it was primarily Hindi and English in school, and those were my subjects. So you can imagine, and that's like that was till class 12 for me,
Yes.
and even post that. Uh, so I would definitely thank my mother because I would want to use the word "batam mere amake শিখিয়েছিল." Uh, and
Which
and
is
the,
good.
yeah, and the good thing is, well, you know what? I can read Bengali. I can also write. কিন্তু এই ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ এমন একটা জিনিস যেটা প্র্যাকটিসে না থাকলে you forget any
I
language.
agree. Yes.
So thankfully, আমার at least surrounding এতে I know that I have Bengalis here. So বাংলায় কথা হয়
Yep.
আর ভালোই কথা হয়। আর তাছাড়া আমার কলকাতাতে I spend considerable amount of time post that, which is my work life. It's
Yep.
close to around 14, 15 years, which actually make me a Bengali, and more so because আমার একটা জেদ চড়ে গেছিল। The reason is I was outside of Calcutta, and most of my মামার বাড়ির side are all from Calcutta.
Yep.
So they would, I had the accent. Even now, I think I have an accent when I talk to Bengali, right? I know that, though people don't agree, but আমার আগে অনেক খুব খারাপ accent ছিল. So I would be called a khotta, and
Of
I
course,
still
yeah, I
don't.
didn't want to say that. Yes.
And no, and I have my basic, I would say I defend that because defend not being called that because again I don't want to get into that, but yes, so that was a challenge. But যা হয় জানো তো কি, when you are there with people, as I said, যত language যত চর্চা করবে, বলবে যত, লিখবে যত, it's you learn it, and
Yep.
you'll pick it up.
Yes.
বাচ্চা বয়সে অনেক তাড়াতাড়ি হয়ে যায়, বড় বয়সে অনেক বেশি ব্যাগেজ থাকে এখানে. It takes
Yes.
time. But then, as I said, I spent 14 years of my life, and I was in sales. I started off my work in sales, so I was like on the street, and I would be interacting with pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
So that sort of gave me the Bengali. My 15 years gave me my Bengali, whatever I am,
Yeah.
and I miss Calcutta. So, having said everything, I do miss the place because of a lot of reasons, and those are not bookish reasons, Saleha. Those are reasons where I relate to the city. I relate to people. I relate to moments which I do miss. And whenever I go back, thankfully, I've been out of Calcutta for this is my 11th year, but I try to be in Calcutta every year. হয় না অনেক সময়,
Yeah.
but যখনই গেছি ফেরত, I get my moment back. So the city has changed, but that's more cosmetic change. The heart
Yes.
still remains.
The
The heart
heart is the same.
it
The heart
remains.
and the warmth is still the same.
It's the
I
same.
hear
So,
you. I feel exactly the same.
so
So, Shayan, you told me about your musical journey.
yeah. Yeah,
If you
so
can.
musical journey is a bit, again, these are things which, So I have not learned, as in learned, leave apart the piano, which I started learning, and I started learning in when I was in United States. It was in 2011. So there are a couple of things which you can say is a bucket list item or not a bucket list item. I mean, it's like a dream. So learning the piano was one, which was always there. I started playing the keyboard way back when I was in college, but then I was more inspired by the people I would, or the students, or the college mates I was, I would be around, and there was a considerable chunk of these folks who were from the Northeast, and they would play the guitar, and they would play, almost like a singer songwriter, not songwriter, but they like with acoustic guitar, you
Yes.
pretty much sing. So that's where I got introduced to playing the keyboard. It was more self-taught, but I always had this intent of learning the piano. And as I said, when I was in US in 2011, I got in touch with a gentleman named Scott Martin. He's there. He's still there in my Facebook. The gentleman, he came down to my home, and he literally, once a week I would have my lessons, and boy, it was interesting. In fact, I think I was one of his few students who was like, at my age. It was all like younger
Youngster.
crowd with him. And he would mention that, it's way easier to deal with a guy like you at your age, because you necessarily won't lie. If you
Yep.
say you have not done, that
Yep.
means you did not have time. But those guys, they always complain. If they say they don't have time, which means they're lying. So there is a different way of dealing with folks like that. But I did it for 1 year. But then again, my job right now, still I am more stable, but my job was, I was always on the move. So এগুলো শিখলে কি হয় জানো তো, শিখলে ওরকম একটা স্থিরতা দরকার হয় একজনের সঙ্গে লেগে থেকে, and especially at a anyone, be it a guru, or you have to stick on, you have to stick on. ওই ডিসিপ্লিনটা আসে না, মানে ইনফ্যাক্ট আই উইল টেল ইউ, no matter how much you are a musician or any art form, if you don't practice, you will lose. Your
Absolutely.
fluency will not be there, and that's true for
Yep.
anyone. Amateur, professional, সবাই এক কথা বলবে। তো ওই আমার মানে ওই 1 বছর করেছিলাম, ভালো একটা ওই অ্যালফ্রেড অ্যাডাল্ট পিয়ানো একটা লার্নিং গাইড আছে ওদের, level 1 to level 5 বই। তো হি স্টার্টেড অফ উইথ দ্য ফার্স্ট লেভেল। ফার্স্ট লেভেলটা কমপ্লিট করার পরে ছেড়ে গেল। আমি আই ওয়ান্ট টু টেক দ্যাট আপ মোর, বিকজ আই লার্ন দ্য বেসিক্স, অফ কোর্স, লাইক there's a lot to learn. So I always say that if you ask me to play a symphony 4 or even a Beethoven or a Mozart, I'll not be able to play.
Yep.
My
Yep.
right hand and left hand, it's easy to play chords, it's easy to, those things are pretty easy, but heavy technical stuff, no. So there's a lot of learning I know I have to do.
And
And
there is no age for learning.
there's no age for learning, and people can do it. It's
Yes.
fun, actually. Music is something, and especially in today's world, I would say it's a lot of it's a lot of self. People, you know what, you don't need to depend on anyone. You can pretty much, indulge yourself in music, be it,
Yep.
you sing or you play an instrument. You don't need anyone else. You can vent out, you can talk, you can, emote, you can feel happy. And I'm sure, any musician will say this. It's a very and music is something which I guess one of the things which touches the heart the most in any art form. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to go on
Yeah.
having.
So, along with the music, which we are going to listen to shortly, you also do art. এটা কাউকে বলনি। This was like the quiet one I stumbled upon on your Facebook.
হ্যাঁ, না, এটাতে একটু আছে, যেমনি মিউজিকটা বলে আমি ওরকম শিখিনি, সেলফ টট ছিল। তারপর ওই 1 বছর যা পিয়ানো, কিন্তু ছোটবেলায় from class 5 to class 10, class 9, I learned fine arts, যেটা was like, other than academics. তো সেখানে 5 বছরের বঙ্গীয় সঙ্গীত পরিষদের স্ট্রেট অ্যাফিলিয়েশন টু শান্তিনিকেতন। সো আই হ্যাড আ টিচার দেয়ার, হরেন ঠাকুর বলে ভদ্রলোক, ওখানে রাঁচিতেই উনি ক্লাস করাতেন, অ্যান্ড দ্যাট ওয়াজ, অ্যাজ আই সেড, অ্যাসোসিয়েটেড টু দ্য বঙ্গীয় সঙ্গীত পরিষদ। সো ওখানে আমি 5 বছর করতে পারিনি, কেননা ফিফথ ইয়ার ওয়াজ মাই বোর্ড, অ্যান্ড আই হ্যাড টু সর্ট অফ ড্রপ অফ। যেটা আমার সেকেন্ড ড্রিম ছিল, টু লার্ন অয়েল পেন্ট,
Wow.
because fifth year was oil paint. So
Yep.
sketch, sculpting, watercolor, all were covered in the first 4 years. But fifth year was oil, and somehow I could not finish oil. আর মেবি আমার ছোটবেলা থেকে একটা জেদ ছিল, যেটা পাচ্ছি না সেটাকেই করতে হবে।
Of
তো
course.
স্কেচটা আমার খুব দ্যাট কামস ন্যাচারালি, স্কেচ।
Yeah.
এখন আমি স্কেচ, যখন আমি আফটার 25 years when I started started this, which was like 2-3 years back, I started off with a sketch which is pencil sketch, pencil charcoal. And I can do that, I know it.
Yeah. You have to
uh,
share that on the group.
oh well, I will. আমার
Okay.
আমার ফেসবুক পেজে আছে আমার একটা জায়গা
But
আছে। I,
you know, most of the people on
sure,
the group are not your Facebook friends. So yes, it'll be
sure.
lovely.
Sure. No, no, thanks. I will do that. So I started off with sketch. Watercolor never impressed me. আমি জানি তখন একটা লিও টলস্টয়ের, আমি একটা পেন্টিং, অয়েল পেন্ট, একটা বই ছিল, বইটা আমি ছোটবেলায় পেয়েছিলাম কোথা থেকে। দ্যাট ওয়াজ অ্যান অয়েল পেন্ট, অ্যান্ড দ্য
Yeah.
কভার অফ ইট ওয়াজ লিও টলস্টয়। ওকে,
Okay.
ইট
Yeah.
ওয়াজ অ্যান অয়েল, আর আমি ওয়াটার কালার দিয়ে ওটা করেছিলাম। এত জেদ ছিল, আসেনি ভালো, আমি জানি
That's
না
okay.
কোথায়,
You tried.
বাট আই ডিড ইট। সো আমার ওইটা সেকেন্ড ইচ্ছে ছিল, যেটা আই স্টার্টেড অফ COVID time. So
Yeah.
what you saw probably, or what you see, is something which I've not learned. Oil I've not learned. It's a difficult medium, but that's something that I've started, and long way to go. But again, it's very interesting medium.
Of course.
So yeah.
Great.
So
Are we going to listen to your music now, Shayon?
yeah, I can.
I know you have to move places, so that's all right.
Yep.
I'll keep, yeah. So, yes, let's listen to introduction for the music, what it means to you. And as we chatted about, a little bit of English, a little bit of Hindi, and a little bit of Bangla.
বাহ, অনেক বড়
Okay.
একটা লিস্ট দিয়ে দিয়েছো তুমি।
না না কিচ্ছু লিস্ট দেইনি।
Okay, so the thing is, I'll put myself on mute on the phone,
Yep,
and so
that's
that,
fine. I know you can't talk then, though. That's fine.
yeah,
Let's
আমি
see.
একটা, what I'll do is I'll just signal, so that I don't know if you're able to hear me. So
Yep,
I'll just signal you. If you're able to hear me, then let me know.
I can hear you.
না ওখান থেকে, ঠিক আছে?
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে।
হ্যাঁ। Hello.
শুনতে পাচ্ছি। I can hear you.
Okay. Hello. You can hear me, right?
Yep, yep,
You can hear both music and
yep,
my voice, right?
yep, yep.
It's clear, right?
Clear.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
It is the evening of the day. I sit and watch the children play. Smiling faces I can see, but not for me. I sit and watch as tears go by. My riches can buy everything.
I wanna hear the children sing. Ah, all I hear is the sound of rain falling on the ground. I sit and watch as tears go by. It is the evening of the day. Hey, yeah. I sit and watch the children play. Hey, yeah. Doing things I used to do. They think I knew. I sit and watch as tears go by. Thank you.
Okay, tell us a little bit about why this song. দেখতে পাচ্ছি।
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Well,
Why this
yeah,
song?
you said something.
I said,
Why
why
this
this song?
song? Well, two reasons. So one is I started hearing Rolling Stones a lot later in my life.
Yep.
Partly, I'll say my so music at I have always come across people, and I don't know how it happened. Throughout my adult life, I've come across people who have been musicians. Like Jojo, for example, he's the latest that I play with. He
Yep.
is an acoustic. He plays the acoustic guitar, but when it comes to his music and the genre of music that he listens to, there's a lot of similarity with me. Before this, I had another person. He was a guitarist as well, but he's a different kind of guitarist.
Yep.
So when you mix around with people, there are different, so with JoJo, like the likes of Rolling Stones, not just Rolling Stones, but that genre of music, and most of it you will see when you listen to our whatever we play. So Rolling Stones আমি অনেক পরে শুনতে শুরু করেছি, and Mick Jagger again is one of those few vocalists I really like, along with the stuff he plays. This song, the lyrics touches me.
Okay.
It is. It's a very simple lyrics, very simple song. Not too much of jazz in the song. It's even in the original. If you see, this is more, and it's not piano. It's of course with the guitar, but
Yep.
it's a very simple song, very simple lyrics, but very touchy. And somehow in my life, I'm dogs and children. These are the two subjects which really attract me. So if you
Okay.
look at
Which
my
is why
art,
our conversation about dogs.
yeah. So if even
I'll
if you
send
look
you a
at
photo of them. Yes.
yeah. So even if you look at my sketches, you will see find a lot of dog subjects as dogs, which is
Please, আমার জন্য do me a sketch for Lizzie. Please, I will send you Lizzie's photo.
sure, sure. Why
Okay.
not? Why not? So yeah.
Okay. আচ্ছা পরেরটা I know you have to go up and down and so next one whatever you want to play I will not talk and I will not ask you to say stuff. So let's just play and then after that we can have a chat.
Okay.
Whatever. Yep.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Let me see.
So Shayan has to move from one place to another to get his music working because otherwise we can't hear him. So, and he is going to sing mix of Bangla, Hindi, everything. There he is now.
I'm sorry with the logistics.
No, no, kichu na. This is a fun part of the Adda because this is what we would normally do if we met face to face. If you came to Australia or I went to States.
Hello, check.
I'm good. Yep.
Is Hindi. हजारों हजारों ख्वाहिशें ऐसी कि हर ख्वाहिश पे दम निकले हजारों ख्वाहिशें ऐसी कि हर ख्वाहिश पे दम निकले बहुत निकले हैं बहुत निकले हैं मेरे अरमान लेकिन फिर भी कम निकले निकलना खुद से है निकलना खुद से है आदम का सुनते आए हैं लेकिन निकलना खुद से है आदम का सुनते आए हैं लेकिन बहुत बेआबरू बहुत बेआबरू होकर तेरे कूचे से हम निकले बहुत बेआबरू होकर तेरे कूचे से हम निकले हजारों ख्वाहिशें ऐसी कि हर ख्वाहिश पे दम निकले मोहब्बत में नहीं है मोहब्बत में नहीं है फर्क जीने और मरने का मोहब्बत में नहीं है फर्क जीने और मरने का उसी को देख कर उसी को देख कर जीते हैं जिसका फिर पे दम निकले उसी को देख कर जीते हैं, जिसका फिर पे दम निकले हजारों ख्वाहिशें ऐसी कि हर ख्वाहिश पे दम निकले। बहुत निकले हैं मेरे अरमान, लेकिन फिर भी कम निकले। Thank you.
Khulo na. Let's go on with the next one before we keep moving.
Okay. I'll just take 1 minute break.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm not a stage person.
You are doing fantastic. I'm waiting for Shayan to come. So he should be here any minute.
Okay. Hello. যখন নীরবে দূরে দাঁড়াও এসে, যেখানে পথ পেকেছে, যখন নীরবে দূরে দাঁড়াও এসে, যেখানে পথ বেঁকেছে, তোমায় ছুতে চাওয়ার মুহূর্তরা কে জানে কি আবেশে দিশাহারা। আমি ও ছুটে যাই সে গভীরে, আমি ওঠে যাই কি নিবিড়ে, তুমি কি মরিচিকানা ধ্রুব তারা। যখন রোদেরই কণা ধানেরই শীষে বিছিয়ে দেয় রোদ্দুর, যখন রোদেরই কণা ধানেরই শীষে বিছিয়ে দেয় রোদ্দুর, তোমায় ছুতে চাওয়ার মুহূর্তরা কে জানে কি আবেশে দিশাহারা। আমি ও ছুটে যাই সে দিগন্তে, আমি ওঠে যাই কি আনন্দে, তুমি কি ভুলে যাওয়া কবিতারা, তুমি কি ভুলে যাওয়া কবিতারা।
Shayon, this is fantastic. This for
Thank you.
someone, yes, yes.
Thank you.
This is fantastic for someone who has stage fright. Oh my God. This is so good. This is so good. Loved it, loved it, loved it.
Thank you, Saleh.
Thank, thank you. So we've run out of time. When you're having a good time, time flies.
Yeah.
So I will say thank you and good night here.
Thank you
And
and good day
I'm
to you too.
sure, yes, I will hear more of your music and more of your artwork.
Sure.
And thank you, everyone, for joining.
Thank you. Thanks to you too.
Okay.
Bye.